Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's me again. So, this video is an idea from my other channel. It's using military tactics to win at Fortnite. Um, I thought I had more videos, but these few should do. Um, I was doing squads, and I was doing solo on squads, so I can get the most out of like my gameplay. And I may make a part two to this, but like you just saw, like as you can see, like I do a lot of crouching, and you know that's very important because like it can stabilize your shot, and it can keep you from having to aim so much to shoot your target. uh and you know, make sure you try to keep your reticle down range when you aiming. Like you saw that shot right there, like you know I had to pull, and you know my first shot was on point. And you got to use the environment. As you can see, I'm running from rock to rock, you know, and I'm also looking at the map at the same time. You gotta try to use that to your advantage. As you can see, I'm staying in the middle of the circle, and I'm trying to keep my camera like on his exit points. So see, as you can see, he came out, and that's how I won a bunch of games. You know, mm, not because at that point, like I had just came back on Fortnite, and I didn't know a lot of stuff. So I was running on like outdated information, but I was still winning. You know that was the whole point of this, of why I really made this for real. But yeah, you definitely got to keep an eye on the map though, and like, you know, try not to turn your back to your opponent if you can. So in this clip, like I'll just be like doing some commentary and breaking down like how I use military tactics, because it's just gonna be a lot of running in these scenes. But you don't see it in these scenes, and I'll probably put more of it in part two. But I always use like a few tactics, and I'm not gonna give y'all my whole repertoire, but for the most part, like I move around the map very specifically, um, and like I usually walk, and when I'm walking, I try to run if I can, but if I'm by a lot of gunfire, then I'll crouch and I'll start going slow at that point. And that's a good military tactic. Like once you hear gunfire, like it's a good idea to get down. But since this is a game, like you don't necessarily have to get down. Like ultimately, what it's really about is like your map presence. Like it's a good idea to get on the high ground most of the time. But me personally, I usually don't get on the high ground unless I have a sniper, because otherwise, like you got to take your opponent down very quickly. Like especially in games like this, where like your opponent can have a bunch of different weapons, and then they can really like take you out pretty quickly. I think on this one, I got really nervous, and you probably gonna see that. And that's another thing. Like you gotta be confident. Like when you trying to win the game, you know. As you see, I'm crouching right now, and I'm moving slow. But that is how I got a bunch of kills, and I think I got lucky on this one because there wasn't a bunch of other squads out here, so I was really just encountering one-on-ones. Um, Also, you got to use the slides to your advantage, and not only that, like you got to use your time to your advantage. But at the same time, like you don't need to rush because a lot of the times you just gonna rush right into an enemy and then they'll take you out. See, like I just took that person out right there. You know, they, as you can see, they're not crouching or anything, so it was very easy to see them. You know, a lot of people think like military tactics don't work for like games, but a lot of time they do. On this point, like I was kind of distracted. I was trying to figure out how to build stuff. Like I said, I had just came back to Fortnite, and this guy ran down on me, and luckily I was able to still win. But really, like mostly what this is about is like learning how to change your weapons, as you can see, and like knowing how to use your controller to the best of your ability. You know, I lost a lot of games just because like I couldn't build as fast, or I couldn't take my gun out as fast as as I needed to. um But I'm gonna put a lot more content in part two. I'm gonna catch up a bunch of more game clips and all that, so I can show you guys specific things that I do. As you can see, I'm using the trees and things.